game made by the bar, the game should be entered into the statistics of whatever is put, any shake-based statistics, and counted. And whatever ramifications occur because of that one exception. Now, the question as to whether or not the exception was made is not my client's fault. It is the fault of the bar. The bar we would like to bring to light had every right to refuse my client and didn't. And for whatever reason they didn't refuse him and refused Bonnie and anyone else is not the fault of my client. My client was allowed. Whether or not it was fair is not up to my client. It is also not up to my client to not ask him the question because he thinks it's unfair. It's just fine for him to walk up and say, please grant me the extension. They say, sorry, you can't play after 2, but they didn't do that. They played the game. Now, as to the question of whether or not it's my client's fault for not having to play the game by said deadline, it is not up to the bar to decide at what times the games are played. They are to decide up to what point the games will be played. So I don't believe that it is the responsibility of the bar to decide when my client should play his game, and therefore my client has every right to play the game at any point before the deadline. However, he was granted an extension, which gives him every right to play the game immediately following the deadline, immediately following the class. Furthermore, we don't think that having made this decision, it is fair for my client to be tried ex post facto and said, okay, we made this decision, we granted you the game, but because the game screws everything up, we're sorry, the game is kaput, and we're done. So, Your Honor, in closing...
Delegitimizing my court.
Huh?
Delegitimizing my courthouse.
All right. So, Your Honor, in the end, all we're asking is that Mr. Feller's game be counted as it was originally counted by the bar as an official game and be inserted into whatever data, and that the data should be updated accordingly, whether or not it places him in the playoffs or
points. Not short this time. Now, Your Honor, you have to consider what the bar's authority is. The bar's authority is to go and make some kind of exception. Do they not also have the power to go and stricken the exception?
Come on.
Stricken the exception. I'd also like you to consider another thing. The fairness of the entire idea. Is it fair to any of the other players that this exception was made? Is it fair to anybody else? Is it fair to the timeliness of the tournament or anything other than that? Another thing is it fair to Benjamin Rubin that he was thoroughly badgered by David Feller due to the fact that he might have said that he asked me 2 times, but in truth it was more like 7 times until I finally gave in. And I'm sorry I had to say that, but it is true that I did give in. And was it wrong? Yes, but had he only asked me maybe twice, that would have been it. There would have been no exception made, and this courtroom would have never gone on. Unfortunately, the badgering did go on, and I'd really like the judge to consider that. Final point is the repercussions going on in the tournament. If this game is allowed in, Bonnie Rose Schulman gets bumped out of the tournament play. Other people's games have to be considered to be let in. Jessica has to play somebody else, and a whole slew of other things have to happen. Now, I'd like the judge to consider, as again stated before, is the well-being of David Feller's gameplay more important than the well-being of the rest of the players' gameplay? That is my final stop.
Maybe I'll be seated.
No, wait. Shouldn't the defense stand?
Yeah,
No, they have to stand when you call them.
I'm going to ask you to be seated.
All right.
Where's my chest for the court? Oh, you got that?
Where'd he go?
Before the...
Yo, Jack.
You want to say that about me?
You say it and then you can ask the rest.
Do it with the defense? Yeah. Okay. Before the verdict is announced, we'd like to say that the ruling of Judge Geller and his Judge Geller jury is binding. Whatever he says goes. There's no higher court, therefore there's no chance of appeal. Will the defense please rise?
Okay. Yeah, prosecution.
And prosecution, you too will rise.
No.
No.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yo, get behind. Yo, Jay, get behind.
Come
on.
on. Dude, turn the camera off. They're not doing anything.
Obviously, the whole jury, myself included in the jury, that we've been brought, obviously, to this courthouse today by what might be called a mishap in the proceedings of the Shesh tournament, which might have involved the defendants. This was obviously alluded to in today's testimony. However, through the testimony, it was proven that any decision by the bar would be final, and that the bar had absolute power to make decisions and or revoke decisions in the favor of any players who may be participating in the tournament. And so, this court has found the verdict to be in favor of the defendants, due to the testimony which established the absolute power of the bar, regardless of in what legitimacy that was established. The power of the bar was absolute, and regardless of any exceptions that were granted, this absolute power obviously still gave them the power.
All right, like you made the decision.
Let him talk. Change any statements they made previously. And to summarize, I'd ask my colleague to read a quote from the Babylonian Talmud.
Basis for this decision in the Talmud Bavli. As it is written in Tractate Ketubah, Rabbi Samuel, son of Rab Judah, explained, when a rabbi misinterprets the law and then later reinterprets it correctly, the community must change their practice to follow the Rab's new interpretation. Thank you.
How did you do that?
Well done, Noah.
Is that from a class or something?
It's almost thick.
You take responsibility for my Shesh sport?
Get some post-trial thoughts.
Yeah, outside, dude. Our reactions from the plaintiffs, if we can.
Excuse me. Mr. Fowler, Mr. Levine, how do you feel about the verdict?
Objective.
You know, I gotta disagree with the ruling of the judge. While I see it as fair, I don't see the outcome as fair.
I would have to agree with my lawyer in saying that due to the testimony, it is clearly favor of the prosecution that anything ruled by the bar, okay, would take precedent, and that obviously did not carry through in the Shesh tournament.
Do you have any plans for the future now that you've heard this ruling?
I'm going.
Catching them right now. Quite an opportune moment. Excuse me, Mr. Sklar, Mr. Rubin, how do you feel? All right. How do you feel about today's verdict?
I found it very fair and reasonable. I believe that the bar does have absolute authority. Ronit, get your head out of the way.
I must say that I was pretty worried about Avi's good lawyership. It was really damn
Yes,
good.
and
That's
considering
the fourth
Ben,
new word created by Ben this trial.
Yes. It was quite embiggened, but we managed to hoo-ha.
I do feel sorry for Feller, but he should know better than to mess with the bar.
Yes, you really should.
Jacob, your testimony may have swayed this case. You're on TV, son. How do you feel? Woo! Look at that. What's that?
Scar's trying to get on the field, but we're not going to get him on the field because that's what happens when you try to get on the field.
not getting on the film. Scar, you're not getting on the film. Put me on the film. Please stop, Scar. If you go sit down at the table, maybe you'll be fixed and goodness.
All right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to pick a random table, sitting around. Hopefully we'll be able to capture a little bit more ear course. Why don't you take a walk with me?
Walking.
Hey, guys, we were wondering, we're doing this film for year course, promoting it, what it's about and stuff. We were wondering if you guys could kind of talk a little bit about what you think year course is. And also talk about the food. How's the food tonight? Honest. You can be honest.
Excellent.
Big pudding fan. All right, you are I'm a huge pudding fan.
Aaron Angel, what's the year course?
What?
What's the year course?
It's a year on, not a year off.
Okay, we have another one.
We just,
Sam, what is year course?
Year course is a forum for important discussion, like which we just had. We just decided that out of Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Blueberry, and Fruity Yummy Mummy, Bubai was the undisputed king.
All right.
Your course is for your friend's birthday, fasting from 10 p.m. one day to 10 p.m. the next day, just for the fun of it. Your course is going to a bar from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. just to watch Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah, we watched it. All right,
Your course,
Levine?
no, your course is, I'm not done.
Oh, God.
Your course is every night,
Sorry,
taking this gift we call pudding, taking this with a strawberry, taking this with a chocolate.
Get messy. That is your course. All right. Okay, back to the story.
Abigail is our M bias here at Beit Rickless. Basically what she does is everything and anything we ever could want and need. She is our mother. She does the world for us. She gets us drugs at the drugstore if we're sick and everything. Oh, and there she is right now. Abigail, I have a question for you.
Ask away.
Being a native Israeli and all.
You want to come in?
Sure, thanks. I thought you I'll be seeing you soon. Please enter freely. Maybe there's some naked people or something. Uh-oh. Wait, let me in. It's your course. You're obviously not naked. Oh my God, she was naked. Ah, crazy. Show me your back. Show everyone in the world your back. Yo, she's really naked. Guys, when you come on your course, there are girls with rooms and they put on their doors, "We hate knockers, come in freely." She hates knockers. I always come in here and she's always naked.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Norman's Grill and Bar, Steaks and Burgers. I'm your host, Brad Feldman. Tonight, I will be attempting to eat the world's largest burger, the sumo burger. That's right, right in there. Let's take a look, shall we? Come on. Ah, yes, the burgers. Let's see here. Too small, too small, too small, too small, too small. This should do it. The sumo burger. The sumo burger? They dare me?
No way. Sumo burger?
No way. There she is. The sumo burger herself. Ross, will you show us the comparison on the Big Daddy? That's what I had last time, and that's what I'm going to have this time.
Yes, hello. What I will be doing this afternoon is patiently drinking this rest of the Diet Coke that's full of shit, damn cigarette, and at the same time I will hold the butt in my mouth and spit it back out. Take a close-up, please. Yum, yum, yum. Here goes nothing.
Down the hatch. Oh my Lord.
Get it, just pull it.
Get it. No, you gotta get the butt out.
Hold on, hold your mouth. Open your mouth.
Take the butt out, take the butt out. Swallow. That wasn't Brian. That wasn't Brian.
אם אני אדבר, זה מקליט את זה? וואו. וואו.
באנגלית, מל.
לא באנגלית.
אני לא אזכור את זה
אבל אני לא יכול לדבר אנגלית. ואני לא רואה מהעין הזאת, ולא שומע מהאוזן הזאת.
ומה עוד?
פה זה נשבר לי. ופה זה נפל לי.
איפה? לא ראיתי את זה. Especially with Classy and Yaakov's banner.
It's about come on. Hey, cheese ball.
What?
Come on, you know you want to do it.
Come on, Mel, told you.
מה כתוב בתורה?
לא יודע.
צדק, צדק, תרדוף.
I didn't get it.
You shall run after, not justice, but crap. Oh, that's terrible.
That's not funny, Mel. Tell another one.
It is funny.
I didn't like it.
איך מגיעים לקריית שמונה?
Mel.
Nosim Lakuriat Arba. Ha'amayim.
How many?
What are we doing?
Yo, where did you take the camera for, man? Keep the camera. You're gonna fuck it up.
Deputy, Mr. Farr, we're responding to a domestic violence call down at the Mongolian Grill. It's a wonderful little Mongolian place on the Ben-Yehuda Strip. We're going to roll down there. We're going to respond as quick as we can in a taxi cab. Shit, there isn't one. Breaker, let's get to Central 999494922.
Dude, you're on.
Yo. Go.
Okay. Are you coming up on a cab right now?
Alright. Yo.
Note to Hebrew speaking.
Alright, let's do this.
Come with that.
It's Reams. That means 20 where I come from.
The table is on fire.
We gotta do it quickly, you know?
It's recording. Thank you very much. You are a wonderful person. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Alright, so in front of this flaming gourmet meal we have here, Taylor has a message for you folks back home. Well, I just want to start off by saying that tonight's dinner that Dave and I had, I wouldn't exactly call a typical year course experience. It's not every night that we go out and spend, 80 to 100 shekels on a meal. But this was a nice experience. We wanted to show you guys that there's more to life in Israel besides falafel and shawarma, as we were saying before, as in fried bananas and fried coconuts over fire. Here on Garcion and Ben-Yehuda Street.
Well, we got some yummy tuna taco.
No, pampa grilled again.
Pampa grilled too. 2 pluses. Plus we're heading our way to Blockbuster. Plus we're making a little stop at the super.
Okay, it's not just a packed evening.
It's a good packed evening.
Do you like it here in your course?
Absolutely not.
I like it a lot. It's really cool.
It's good. Okay. And the only reason why it's so good is Feller and Cohen are the coolest people.
Right.
Stop.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to cut it off now.
Okay.
Y'all, have a good night, ladies.
Yes.
Oh, fella,
What's up, Kobe?
tell me, what is your course to you? There's a light right behind you.
I'll tell you, now that I'm about a month into my Jerusalem Studies program, I've had a lot of different impressions and different thoughts and stuff. And I was actually talking... Shut up! And I was talking to...
Isn't this something like form of like the bar mitzvah version of the electric slide or something?